Hello, my name is Hector Velazquez, and welcome to another episode of GCSA 8 Inside the Shop. So, continuing in our metalworking and fabrication series, in this episode, we're going to be talking about drill bits. Now, if you're working on any fabrication project, you're eventually going to end up using a drill bit. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. All right, so there's more to a drill bit than what meets the eye. Here's some parts to the drill bit. You can pause and check this out. Now, we're going to basically just cover 2 points. There's 2 drill bits, the general purpose, which is 118 degree point, meant for wood and soft metals. And then you got a drill bit for harder metals, which is 135 degree, a flatter point, meant for steel and stainless steel. Now, the other important part to the drill bit is the margin, and that's this edge that you see right here. As you're drilling, it creates stability, it's guiding the bit through the hole, it creates an accurate size, and it gives it a smoother finish in that hole bore. All right, now when I'm fabricating and I have to drill a hole and I need to mark a spot, I always like using a blue marker to kind of help me see when I'm scoring the part. Now, I'm using an old vernier caliper, so don't freak out on me, but it's great because you can measure the distance from the edge and then score it and create your X marks the spot, if you will. Now, I like using an automatic center punch, so I'll hit it at the crosshairs, push, and then what this is going to do, this is going to leave a little divot. It's an indicator of where you want to drill, but it also helps the tip of the drill bit stay in place without walking away. Now, I'm going to finish this hole with a 3/8, but I'm first going to use a smaller drill bit to create a pilot hole. Now, when drilling, you always want to use cutting oil. That's going to help keep that drill bit cool and keep the sharpness longer on that drill bit. Now that I got it all marked out, I'm going to start drilling with the press. You want to go slow, you want to take your time, and you want to make sure that you're always seeing material coming up out of there. And we're through, so we're going to clean that off. And let's check out that pilot hole real quick. And you especially want to do this if you're drilling on thicker metals. All right, now we're going to go with a 3/8 using a little more cutting oil. Going nice and easy, we're seeing material come out. And there we have it, a nice smooth hole on our metal. All right, so I'm sure you were wondering how in Sam's Hill did this part stay on here while I was drilling? Well, the secret sauce is in this electrical clutch. This is an electrical clutch that I actually salvaged off of a 0 turn. It went bad. We ended up replacing the electrical clutch. I kept it, and I came up with the idea to take it apart, weld this plate onto the top, drilled a 1.5-inch hole to make room for the drill bit as it passes through. And I ran the electrical into it, and then I have a switch up here that I can turn it on and off with. And so I can now put my part on there, turn the magnet on, and it stays. It won't move. So that's how that part did not move while I was drilling. But if you have an electrical clutch laying around in the shop, that might be an idea for it. Let's continue with the video. Now, after any project, you always want to clean up your tools, and the drill bit is no different. Keeping a drill bit clean is going to help it last longer and maintain the sharpness. Also, when you're storing them, store them properly. This is a little 3D kit that I made off of a 3D printer, and I'm able to store my bits rather than throwing them in a box and taking a chance on them getting chipped. All right, so not only is keeping your drill bits clean important, but also keeping them sharp. It's just going to make for a better job and a better experience at your fabrication projects. Now, I have tried many methods on being able to maintain and sharpen my drill bits. I've done it by hand. I can't do it. I just can't. And finally, I broke down and I got this Drill Doctor. And let me tell you, this is the best tool that I have tried in keeping my bits sharp. It does a wonderful job at doing it. For $179, I picked it up on Amazon. Completely, totally worth it. It'll save you a lot of money on the end. So if you do not have a Drill Doctor and you do a lot of fabrication, maintain your bits, keep them sharp. I encourage you, definitely pick one of these bad boys up. Now, I want to thank you for joining me here today on GCSAA Inside the Shop, where we're helping technicians one wrench at a time.